Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Motivation for the Day. It's great to have you here. How many times have you looked at someone successful and thought, wow, they must have some secret I don't? Maybe you felt stuck, watching others race ahead while you're still at the starting line. I've been there, and I know how frustrating that feeling can be. You have big dreams, incredible potential locked inside you, but something just isn't clicking. You want to achieve more, but you're not sure how. Well, today, we're going to change that. We're going to demystify success and break down the practical, actionable steps you can take to unlock your full potential and start achieving more than you ever thought possible. The good news is, it's not about some magical secret or being born with a special talent. It's about mindset, habits, and a strategy that anyone, including you, can learn and apply. So, if you're ready to stop watching from the sidelines and start building the life you truly want, stick around. This is for you. Let's start with the foundation of all achievement, your mindset. Your thoughts create your reality. If you constantly tell yourself, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, guess what? You'll prove yourself right every single time. This is called a fixed mindset. The belief that your abilities are set in stone. The first and most crucial step to achieving more is to shift to a growth mindset. This is the belief that your talents and abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. So how do you do that? Start by catching your negative thoughts. When you hear that little voice saying you'll fail, challenge it. Ask yourself, is that really true? Or is it just fear talking? Replace that negative thought with a more empowering one like, this is challenging, but I can learn how to do it. Or, every mistake is a learning opportunity. It sounds simple, but consciously changing your inner dialogue is a game changer. You begin to see obstacles not as dead ends, but as puzzles to be solved. This mental shift from I can't to how can I is the engine that will power your entire journey. Now that we've got our minds right, let's talk about the second pillar. Clarity. You can't hit a target you can't see. Vague goals like, I want to be successful, or I want to be healthier, are useless because they don't give you a direction. You need to get crystal clear on what you want to achieve. What does more actually mean to you? Is it getting a promotion, starting your own business, running a marathon, writing a book? Take some time to really think about it. Grab a pen and paper, don't just do this in your head, and write down exactly what you want. Be specific. Instead of I want to get in shape, write I want to lose 10 pounds and be able to run a 5K without stopping in the next 3 months. See the difference? A specific, measurable goal gives you a clear destination. Once you know where you're going, you can start to map out the route to get there. This isn't just wishful thinking. This is strategic planning for your life. Break that big goal down into smaller, manageable steps. This turns a giant, intimidating mountain into a series of small, climbable hills. Okay, so you have the right mindset and a clear goal. What's next? The magic word, action. This is where most people get stuck. They plan, they dream, they wait for the perfect moment, but they never actually start. The secret is that there is no perfect moment. The perfect moment to start is right now. With what you have from where you are. The key to consistent action is building powerful habits. Motivation is fickle. It comes and goes. But habits? Habits are reliable. They put your progress on autopilot. Want to write a book? Make a habit of writing for 30 minutes every single morning before you check your phone. Want to get fit? Make a habit of putting on your workout clothes as soon as you get home from work. Start small. This is so important. Don't try to change your entire life overnight. If you want to start waking up earlier, start by waking up 15 minutes earlier, not 2 hours. The goal is to make the new habit so easy that you can't say no. James Clear calls this the 2-minute rule. A new habit should take less than 2 minutes to do. Read before bed becomes read 1 page. Do yoga becomes take out my yoga mat. Once you've established the habit, you can build on it. The momentum you create, even from these tiny actions, is incredibly powerful. It builds confidence and proves to yourself that you are the kind of person who follows through. Now let's address the big monster in the room: fear. Specifically, the fear of failure. This fear paralyzes so many of us. We're so afraid of looking foolish or making a mistake that we don't even try. But here's a truth you need to embrace. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Every single successful person you admire has failed, probably more times than you've even tried. Think of failure as data. It's feedback. When you try something and it doesn't work, you haven't failed. You've learned one way not to do it. You've gathered valuable information that will make your next attempt better. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work," when inventing the light bulb. That's the mindset of a true achiever. So how do you overcome this fear? You act in spite of it. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's being afraid and doing it anyway. Take that small 2-minute action. The more you act, the smaller the fear becomes. You build resilience. You learn to bounce back quicker. And you realize that the catastrophic failure you imagined in your head is almost never as bad in reality. Redefine failure as learning, and you will become unstoppable. Another critical component to achieving more is your environment. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Take a look around. Are the people in your life lifting you up or pulling you down? Are they ambitious, positive, and supportive? Or are they cynical, complaining, and content with mediocrity? Your environment includes more than just people. It's what you consume. What are you reading? What are you watching? What are you listening to? If you're filling your mind with celebrity gossip and negative news, you're not fueling your ambition. You're poisoning it. You need to be intentional about creating an environment that supports your growth. Seek out mentors. Find people who have already achieved what you want to achieve and learn from them. Follow inspiring creators online. Listen to podcasts and read books that expand your mind and teach you new skills. Join a community of like-minded people who are on a similar journey. When you surround yourself with positivity, knowledge, and ambition, it becomes your new normal. Your standards rise, and you start to believe that more is possible for you because you see it all around you. Finally, let's talk about consistency and patience. In our world of instant gratification, we want results yesterday. But meaningful achievement doesn't work that way. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You won't see dramatic results after one day at the gym or 1 hour of work on your business. Success is the sum of small efforts, repeated day in and day out. This is why those tiny habits are so important. It's the daily, unglamorous work that leads to the spectacular results. There will be days when you feel unmotivated. There will be days when you feel like you're not making any progress. These are the days that matter most. It's your ability to show up on the hard days that separates the achievers from the dreamers. Be patient with yourself and trust the process. Imagine you're pushing a giant flywheel. At first, it takes a massive amount of effort just to get it to budge. You push and it barely moves. It feels pointless. But if you keep pushing consistently, it starts to turn a little easier. And then a little easier. Eventually, the momentum builds, and the flywheel starts spinning on its own, with less effort from you. That's what your journey will look like. The beginning is the hardest part. Stay consistent and the momentum will come. So let's recap the path to achieving more. It's not a secret. It's a strategy. First, cultivate a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn and improve. Second, get crystal clear on your goals. Know exactly what you want and break it down into small, actionable steps. Third, take immediate and consistent action by building tiny, powerful habits. Fourth, embrace failure as a learning opportunity and act in spite of fear. Fifth, curate a supportive environment that fuels your ambition. And finally, practice patience and consistency, trusting that your small, daily efforts will compound into massive results over time. You have everything you need to start this journey right now. You have the ability to change your thoughts, to define your goals, and to take that first small step. The person you want to become, the life you want to live. It's not on the other side of some magical transformation. It's on the other side of your next decision. the decision to challenge a negative thought, the decision to write down your goal, the decision to take that 2-minute action. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I hope this has given you the spark and the strategy you need to go out and achieve everything you're capable of. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Motivation for the Day for more content to help you build your best life. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Now go out there and take that first step. I believe in you.